So with that, we'll do a quick round of introductions. I'm Amanda Abarno. I am the Vice President of Marketing here at Protomic, formerly known as Trade Pending. Um, Today I'll be joined by Amanda Shaw here at Protomic. Amanda, I'll let you do a quick intro of yourself and Matt and Ryan.
Yeah, I'm Amanda Shaw. I'm a regional sales manager here at Protomic, previously Trade Pending.
Matt Brink, General Manager, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hyundai of Lynchburg for Carter Myers Automotive.
And I'm Ryan Serra. I'm the BDC director here for our Lynchburg campus, which is a Honda store, Hyundai store, and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Awesome. Thank you everybody for joining. Love seeing you guys together in the conference room in the camera there. Well, for today, I would love for Matt and Ryan, maybe you can kind of tell us a little bit more about CMA as a group, your history, and expand a bit on this motto, moving lives forward.
Oh, absolutely. So we've been here for 102 years. Carter Myers Automotive started a Ford store in a small Petersburg, Virginia area. And then before you know it, it's 2026 and we got 24 rooftops, 4 different states, 18 new car brands. And it's now we're about fast, friendly, and fair. And it's just a great place to work. Want to add anything at all, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, of stuff that we can tell customers when we're trying to offer them a why buy. We have all these different things going for us, the amount of years we've been in business, how it's family owned and, on its fourth generation. So makes the customers understand, how legit we are and all we've done in the past.
Wonderful. And tell us a little bit about this motto, moving lives forward. What does that mean to you?
Well, it's love people more than cars is the saying around here. And when you come from different backgrounds and you come to Carter Myers, you're just like, hold on here. Like we really care about making sure our customers are taken care of. And we're not just talking about sales. We're talking about our community outreach programs that we do, our philanthropy. We're talking about service, parts, every single asset of anything to do with a vehicle. Even when it comes to our bike drives in December when we donate over, 300-400 bikes here in Christmas time. So anything to do with transportation, we're all about it.
I love that. That's kind of the focus of this webinar series. If folks hadn't joined like last week, a lot of the focus was just on creating that human element and the touch points, like what's happening really behind the technology, behind the leads, behind the scenes. And it's creating those human connections and relationships in the community. So I love that that is front and center as well on your website. Well, for the agenda today, we're essentially going to actually talk through that lead process when somebody is landing on your website. So, from the traffic and how CMA is handling your web traffic, transparency, why sharing that information up front and quickly makes for a better experience for both your shopper as well as your team, behavior, how buying behavior aligns to the buying journey and what needs they have that you're kind of uncovering throughout that journey with that behavior. And then lastly, how. So we'll talk through the products that you are using today and some specifics about some of the best practices your team has learned. You guys have been with us for a while and are using a suite of Protomic solutions on your site. I would love to hear from both you and Amanda how you guys originally got connected and how you got hooked up with Protomic, essentially.
Well, I'll jump in here. So when I first I've been in with Carter Myers now 2 years, and there was a tool that was called Trade Pending, and it was sitting there as an expense. And I was like, like what's this tool? And I started actually digging into it and using it myself to do a little follow with customers. And I just started really liking the tool. And then all of a sudden we started implementing it and we started really, really implementing it at the Chrysler store. And we were seeing a big result from it. Just the personalization of it, getting in front of our customers, having an opportunity there. So it just became this whole big thing now.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
so we started with the video tool with these locations and others, and then kind of built from there. So Ryan, you can kind of talk about how we went from video to now you guys use payments, service offers, really everything we have, everything we have at the CDGR store and Hyundai as well.
Yeah, I mean, it started with video, and like Matt said before, we had the tool, and when Matt got here, it just everything changed. The attitudes changed of our employees, and just wanting to use it and being personalized. And then we just started seeing the results. We saw a lot better conversions, we saw better conversations, and that just led to more opportunities to actually benefit from all these other tools that we were using, like Auto Bio, which is completely integrated with the videos that we're sending, and it's one great experience for the customer where being different is very important, and I think that we're able to offer a great online experience when someone's putting an inquiry in for a car.
Oh yeah, and you look at like the service offers tab, you look at the value watch, like we can go in there and actually see who's opting in to watch the value of the vehicle. And when their values start going up, guess who's getting a personalized video? That customer. Congratulations, you just earned some more equity in your vehicle. When service offers, I tell you what, when I first saw service offers and it was raining outside and my service offers went to raining and all the wiper blades came to the top, I was like, I'm in. Instead of
That's
sending an
pretty good.
email and having, three different people touching the website and trying to get things updated, like it's on demand, it's quick, it's all in one spot. It's just really nice to be able to analyze and dig into things on one webpage.
I love that. There's a lot of juicy tidbits I definitely want to unpack, especially when you're talking about having better conversations and better experiences. It's a lot of what hoping we can go through today. So we all know this. The way that people are buying cars has changed on average. They're spending more than 10 hours, closer to 14, doing research before even engaging with a person. So they're visiting at least five websites, one and a half or so dealerships. Tell us a bit about the buying behavior, how it's changed in the past 5 years, and maybe even a little bit about what has, 2026 is like compared to last year.
Yeah, I mean, years ago, leads were more generic. They were kind of broader. Now it's like the customers are pretty much educated on what they want to buy. They're putting leads in on specific vehicles. They already know what their payments are, and they're doing a lot of shopping, right? So they've already used other payments tools. They've already used other sites that might have given them different information. And that's one of the things I love about our site is that it's definitely the best as far as all the integration, as far as the payments tool, being able to have a customer put in a desired payment, and then we be able to, follow up with personal videos and things like that to hit on that. But it's definitely changed over the years, and now it's all about the experience, and we have to be sure to be better than everybody else, because that's ultimately the store that's going to win the customer is by giving that best experience.
Great. Because I do want to understand like what that best experience is for you guys today. So I guess you're just talking about it back in the old days, leads were, more generic. What kind of information were you gathering that you're saying that was generic versus what you are able to gather today that helps you provide a better experience?
Yeah, so a lot of times the customers are actually putting in more information than they ever did before. A lot of things are going through text, and that's where video is super helpful. We're texting and communicating that way a lot more. People don't want to be on the phone. That's another thing that's changed. People, they actually want to be texted rather than, called. And then also the information we're getting from the customer. A lot of these customers are putting in the notes, or they're, inquiring about specific vehicles and trades, right? Our trade tool, they're putting in their exact trade, how many miles. We know exactly what they're, possibly wanting for it in the comments, and we're able to structure a deal and do everything within minutes of that lead coming in and make it completely personal and the experience seamless for them based on all the now information we have and the tools that we're using.
Thank you. And I do want to hear a little bit more about like to the level of that conversation. So you talked about you have a lot more context essentially when you're going into that conversation. And so you're also leveraging, Amanda kind of hit on this, between auto bios and that vehicle context, a personalized video that can help maybe change the discussion. Can you tell us a little bit about that, how that changes for you?
Yeah, I mean, the auto bio is a great tool because it allows the customer, we usually send that with the video, and the customer can follow along and see all the different things on the window sticker. They can actually see the auto check report, and it allows us to see, like what's important to the customer. And then from there, we can be able to customize our approach and see what they're doing on the website to be able to better serve them. So the auto bio gives not only the customer more information, but us as a team, every inventory that, all of the vehicles are in our inventory right now, we can pull up an auto bio and actually answer almost every question about that car when we may not know about it. So the auto bio doesn't only help our customers with a great experience, it actually helps us and allows us to serve them better and answer their questions faster.
No, 100%. I mean, we're all about speed and transparency. And with the auto bio, I mean, they can see the original window sticker on, doesn't matter which make or model. When we send the personalized videos and we actually make sure our staff actually does, we do personalized videos of every single vehicle in inventory. So Ryan, when he receives a lead, we don't have to wait 30, 40 minutes for a sales guy to get up and walk outside.
Mm-hmm.
Like every single vehicle that comes inside, there's personalized video on it within a minute of being on the lot. And we know that the customer speed and accuracy and transparency is going to allow them to like not shop us because we're able to give them a much better experience.
Yeah, and who's doing that? That's always the question I like to go over. What other store is actually doing that quickly? And if we can be unique and we can be different, we believe we're going to get more opportunities, which it's shown to be proven.
No, I love that. And that's kind of segueing into my next question here was you have that more personalized approach. You explained it a little bit, but how does it change for you when you're engaging with a trade lead versus a payment lead now?
Yeah, so with a payment lead, if they've, let's say, put in they want to be a specific payment, we can actually send them a walk around video of vehicles that would fit that payment range. So we can, rather than just sending them generic link to where they can go look at it, we can actually try to sell them something that they can afford right off the bat. And then as far as a trade shopper, right? I mean, if they have a trade, we can be personally talking about their specific trade, maybe the desire that we have, how many do we need, the value we can offer. Sometimes we actually say an offer in the video. So it's just offering that personal experience and making them understand the urgency that we want to see their car.
Love that. Okay, well, you guys have touched on this several times now, but it's all about providing the best experience possible. And I know that, with your personalized videos, you've kind of added more to this traditional 10 call, 10 text, 10 email follow-up process. So what kind of results are you actually seeing now that you have added video, I guess, into your personalized process?
Well, the video process has completely reworked our pay plans. It's reworked my thought process because like I was from the old 10x, 20x days. And you got a sales guy that's not actually, he's faking it, he's bluffing it. Well, guess what? With this tool, he cannot fake it. I can go into every single video. I can see the personalization, how creative he's being, and it allows us to actually track and monitor precisely what we're doing, how we're doing it. And we've seen a 17% increase in close rate. So, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, just like if you're not doing it, you got to do it. I mean, it's just, there's a no-brainer. As soon as you send it, the customer, as soon as they open it, you get a follow-up text saying, hey, the customer's viewed it. You can see exactly where they're sitting and everything. So, I mean, it's basically a cheat card. You know exactly where your customer is looking, what's their hot button, how's it going to follow up with. So 100%.
Yeah, and that personalized video, that creates the engagement with the other metrics, right? Calls, texts, emails.
Mm-hmm.
We're able to, call a customer and say, hey, did you get that personal video? Or text them, did you get that video? Things like that, which creates more texts, more calls, and it's better conversations. The more conversations that we have lead to more appointments lead to more sales. So the video is just the gateway to everything else being a great experience and us using email, text, and calls better than what we did before because of we're sending the videos out.
It's fun. And you mentioned, I think Matt mentioned, like sometimes you're monitoring how creative people are getting. Like how creative are you getting on video? Is it, just typical follow-up or you do anything fun?
We do all types of things. I mean, confirming appointments, we do everything from, we want your trade videos. And then a lot of the guys have fun with it. I mean, we even had times where it's pouring rain and we had salespeople go out there in the rain, act like it's not raining and do a walk around. It's just different stuff like that. Make a customer laugh, be different and just, hit it on the head with that.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is like we use it in every single department. It's just not strictly sales. So we have acquisition team and service that do They confirm every appointment for the next morning service appointments. They send them videos of interest, vehicles of interest. Then we have our service follow up from our service manager saying, "Hey, thank you so much for servicing with us. You can recommend your friends and family." There are so many different ways because, like, you can have a BDC person sitting there hammering the phone all day long, but if you can't actually measure and verify what they've done, what good is that for you? These videos, I can see them being sent out, personalized, customer's name in the header, all the things, and I can see the watch rates and everything in the watch through. So it's a world of difference for us.
I love that. As on the marketing side, I often get targeted as well with, a lot of like lead follow-up and videos. And I have one that just stands out to me. It had been years ago, but the rep actually pulled out a ukulele and like created a song specifically. I thought it was specifically for me. It probably was very broadly used for everybody, but that stood with me. And it felt like more of that human connection where I definitely followed up. Even if I didn't know I wanted to follow up, it definitely was worth a conversation. So that's fun to hear, how you guys are adding the human element through those engagements. And so, you know, we talked a lot, I guess, about personalization, but how do you get your teams to do the video personalization? How are you encouraging it?
Well, that's very simple. Pay plan. They must do 10 personalized videos every single day they come into work. So it started out at, so basically I'm asking them to do 200 personalized videos per month. And the accountability side, I mean, it can cost them all their bonuses. So, I mean, like, we don't want to take anything from them, but if we know if they're doing the bare minimum 10 per day, it's going to give us the results that we need. So that's why we stuck in the pay plan. And I tell you, a lot of people have actually taken to the videos. They love it. Like, they feel like they're rock stars.
Yeah, by holding them accountable, it proves that it works. They get more sales out of it, and then it turns into a requirement, so they want to do it. And that creating that atmosphere and that environment where the salespeople are wanting to do over 200 videos, not only to please us and their pay plans, but to make more money for themselves. That's, I think, the best situation to be in.
Yeah, sounds like a great friendly competition environment as well, because I would definitely be top of that leaderboard.
Yeah.
Hey, I jump in there all the time and send out videos and try to beat some of my managers, but then, then they beat me and then I feel bad.
That could be a good thing, I guess.
Yeah, always.
Um, yeah, so now that's, mandatory essentially for your teams. What early information are you capturing? And like what kind of trust do you feel like you're building with that video?
Yeah. So, I mean, first of all, we want to make sure that we read all notes of leads and answer specific questions using their name, making it like it's not a generic video that's just being sent out. So by doing so, we believe we earn the trust of the customer, that we really are listening, we really are there to care. And then mentioning, CMA, like Matt mentioned in the beginning, I mean, we're a great company. There's so many benefits to being an employee and to being a customer with us. So just making sure that they're aware of that through the process and the video and through, the conversations. We always mention it when we start texting and things like that. And then the auto bio, right? We're showing them transparency. We're showing them the window sticker. We're showing them the auto check. We're being transparent with them. And it just overall, at the end of the day, you end up with appointments because they trust us because of, the things that we've done to earn that.
Love it. Thank you. Well, we're going to segue a bit into talking a little bit more about the tools beyond video on the website. So how you're making more of the existing web traffic today. So trade actually lives on your website on the homepage, VDP, SRP, there's a landing page, but you use it outside of the digital environment. Can you talk to us a little bit about how your teams are using it?
Yeah, so Trade is a great tool. Since we added it, we have it a lot in the service drive. So when customers are curious about what their value is, they can just simply upload it to the thing. The best thing about Trade Pending is that it does not require, or about Protomic, it does not require a VIN number. So a lot of customers don't have that handy, and without a VIN number, a lot of the other tools you can't do anything with. So just by being able to put in your vehicle information and get that, not only on our website, but in our service drives and through QR codes we use. We can even put QR codes on some of our vehicles outside so they can automatically get sent to that tool. and just kind of using all those things together to give us a lot more opportunities than we ever had before.
Thank you. And then on the payment side, how have payments, changed not only the quantity of leads, but the quality that you're receiving?
Yeah, I mean, the customers know what they want to pay, right? That sometimes is something that we never get out of a customers. What is their desired payment? Or if they already calculated the payment and they're happy with it, they're already excited. We're already setting an appointment and getting them in on that. So it gives them more knowledge, and then it gives us more knowledge in taking care of them. Specifically, I love when they give us a payment goal because, as I mentioned before, we can personally send them videos of vehicles that fit what they're looking for right out of the gate within 5 minutes of a lead coming in. So it just cuts down the time it takes to make a customer realize what they want. And obviously, it helps us as a dealership get that down the funnel much quicker.
Yeah, and I think with the payments tool also for our sales guys, you meet a customer on a lot and they're like, yeah, I'm trying to be around $800 and looking at trucks. Well, guess what? Like, pop on the website real quick, type in 800 and select trucks and see what's up. Be able to show them a vehicle quicker and more efficiently than walking them over to a limited for 90 grand. Like, don't do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're giving them their shopping list.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. And then so on the Value Watch side, you've received thousands of new subscribers and have sent thousands of reports, and you have a fantastic open rate. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you're extracting value from the tool we call Value Watch?
Yeah, Value Watch, I'm big into investments, and I feel like Value Watch is an investing over time because we're getting all these subscribers, customers that we can be able to, they can keep track of their values. It's going to allow them to interact with us using our tools if they're curious. It might not be today that they're interested in doing anything. But what the Value Watch allows us to do is maybe in 2, 3 years, we're filling our pipeline with opportunities, and the open rate is incredible with them. Their customers are actually interacting with this. And when you have customers interacting with it, they're going to end up interacting with our CTAs, and we're going to generate leads in the future. So it's a great experience too for the customer because who doesn't want to know what their value is every month? It's pretty cool to know that. So customers are loving it.
Great, thank you. So you have walked us through essentially connected experiences through the different tools on the website. So overall, how much easier is it for you to have all this information in one location for your team?
Well, being with 24 other stores and working for a large company, we have a lot of tools and a lot of pages are open every single day. But having this one spot I can come to, I have automatic emails sent to me every single Monday morning for video usage, all the different things that I'm measuring. And it just makes it so much more efficient for me to be able to go in and out of both stores and check all the efficiencies of every watch rates, video sent, verification of everything, closing ratio. So it's really, really nice not to have 7 tabs to watch it, 7 different things.
Yeah. Great for the customer to have it all under one umbrella, and great for us as a leadership team to be able to guide them and see the analytics, everything in one easy to use, very user friendly dashboard.
Well, that is a great place to wrap it, y'all. Thank you so much for joining. We know you're incredibly busy and appreciate the 30 minutes you spent with us today. I am going to close it out now. And if there are any follow-up questions, you can reach out to us at protomic.com. And we would be happy to connect you with any resources or help answer any questions that you might have. Thanks again, Matt, Ryan, Amanda. We'll talk to you guys again.